any story which has to be persuasive requires three elements. And the best one among them is never the best. We call people and say that, "Would you like to take a role and come to our meeting?" So either there is an immediate yes, or there is a long pause, which is our famous Toastmasters pause, and then reply back to you later. But just imagine that if you're trying to gather an audience, what should be the primary focus of getting that audience into a meeting? Is it persuasion? Is it motivation? Is it interaction? Or is it the choice of words? All of the above. So if you have to select the best possible answer, what it could be?
Motivation.
It depends on the audience. You have different audience styles.
So is it the project from which we learn that communication styles matter? I'm sure many of the Toastmasters must have delivered this project in the pathways. Communication style matters. My name is Dr.Yaminuddin. I am a distinguished Toastmaster, and I worked with DTM Balasubramaniam, who is our District 104 Director. This is one of the ways of introducing yourself. That's how you catch the audience attention. Or I could have just simply said that I'm here to start a topic where I can simply talk about and keep on saying, and your attention span will somehow deviate and deflect. But I chose the promoter. Why? Because I wanted to put him in the limelight. And obviously, you understand that the district director is sitting, and I said that I'm part of his team. So that is how you create the narrative to grab the attention of the audience. Same thing happens when you come onto the stage as a speaker and narrate your story. That is the power of narration. Because you are not going to connect to me as a speaker unless and until you step into my shoes or I completely involve myself into your personal lives. Now, let me give you another example. I mentioned about getting the role players and guests to the meeting. Yesterday evening, I happened to meet in a gathering a lot of people who were present for some reason. And at the same time, out of those 80 odd people, 11 turned up to me and said that my blood sugars are uncontrolled. Now, catch the point here. They came and they spoke about their diabetes. So what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to give you two messages. One, the prevalence of diabetes, which is very high. Out of 80 people, 11 people came to me. How many are there? We don't know. So if I'm going to say this as statistics, you will say 11 is okay, good, and etc. Fine. But if I say that out of those 11 people, 5 of us are from Toastmasters, will your ears start tingling that who could be the Toastmaster? So am I connecting with you from the Toastmasters point of view or from the statistics point of view? That again is the choice of words and power of narrative. Because if I just simply mention the statistics, you will remember and then you'll walk away. But if I'm saying that they were Toastmasters, 5 of them, automatically your brain, human brain, wires it through because it's a personal story for each of us. Toastmasters, because we belong to that fraternity. So you take it more seriously. So I am stepping into your shoes and involving myself to give the narrative as a speaker to attract your attention. So if you want to be a speaker as a kind of giving project, you have to keep in mind to attract the audience by having that strong narrative in your story. Having said this, since centuries, people have been able to motivate anybody not by statistics or not by giving anything, but by storytelling. Because that is how you get connected to people. What is happening now? There are stories, there are good choice of words, but the narration is not powerful. So today, we are going to learn how to make that narration more powerful. Our evaluators keep on telling us that the power of pitch, high tone, low tone, or medium pitch plays a lot of difference. So in my 4 odd minutes for now, what did I do? I was slightly monotonous. I did not change my tone. I did not put emphasis on strong words, and I did not put emphasis on words which require more empathy and connection, which I'm sure all the seasoned Toastmasters must have felt. So that was one part of me trying to tell you that this monotonous will not help you in the long run. So if I need to put emphasis on my storytelling, I need to understand where I need to raise my pitch and where I need to be subtle. That is how you maintain the balance in the storytelling. Believe me, it is not easy, because if you look around, we see athletes winning medals. We see renowned speakers taking division, SATAC, probably international. But have you ever thought and wondered what was behind the scene? We have Division H champion sitting with us right now. Ask him, how did he connect to the audience in Division H contest? With his beautiful story of autism. He connected with the people directly. That is the power of storytelling. It does not mean that the other speakers were not able to convince, no, but this was more relatable, followed by his way of expression, probably connected much better with the audience. Probably his stage mapping, especially when he was talking about his child, grabbed more attention. So does it happen overnight? That's the question. No. That requires lots of practice over a period of time. If that practice is not put into practice, then how can you achieve results? So lesson number 1, practice. Keep practicing. Let me give you another example. I have been coming, for those of you who know me very well, that from Thai for the past 9 years to attend Toastmasters meeting. I have done that earlier project of CCs where we had 10 projects. Then 2 pathways. Just imagine how many projects must have been there. Different multiple clubs. While I used to drive on those lovely mountains of Al Hada, I used to practice with myself. So the passers-by used to think, I said, because I was practicing with the mountains. Believe me, mountains are the best evaluators. They don't give you feedback. They just observe you. Roll down the window, the breeze will make you feel fresh, your thoughts. So if you like to practice, then go to places which can help you. One of my first mentors in Toastmaster asked me if I could take time out to go to the Cornish and speak to the waves. I tried and I won area. It really helped because they don't judge you. They open your mind. You can practice your high pitch and low pitch as much as you can because nobody is going to judge you. Somebody said, practice in front of the mirror. I did not like myself that much. Somebody said, speak to the walls. It was almost like banging your head. What am I trying to do here? Trying to create some kind of nasty humor. That's again the power of storytelling. So lesson number 2, what requires is hard work. So you have practice and hard work. Now, let's come to the third part. Do you think that it's very easy to achieve success and take any kind of trophies back home? Because in today's world, success is overrated, or probably success is something which everybody desires to happen immediately, which is not possible. So what is required for that? So you have practice and you have hard work. This has to be combined with a bridge, a thin bridge, which people usually do not have. Can anybody tell me what it could be?
Tone we use high pitch, low pitch?
Okay, and
Consistency?
I'll rather you.
Focus? Focus.
I would rather go with patience, because patience is the key to success. If we run out of patience, consistency will not help. If you run out of patience, nothing can help, because you're going to fail. You need to fail to achieve that success. Tell me, Division H champion is sitting here. Did he not fail last time? Did he not fail prior to that? Was it not patience along with practice and that hard work which combined together to bring him to this stage? It's a combination. And that is how you proceed further. So, in the past 1 minute, what did I do? And, 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 and,
Scaring the wits out of us with your
humor. Because ages, humor has been the human forte. You can have a serious speech, and I'm sure our senior Toastmasters will agree to the fact that not every serious speech will require humor, but without humor, any serious speech will not be entertained too. A pinch of humor changes the direction. So that is the last lesson. Humor, with all these factors together, makes your story compelling for the audience to understand, and that is how you proceed further. I'd like to summarize this talk with one word: patience. And I'm sure that many, especially in my own club, will agree to this fact that patience really helps them out to achieve what they really want to do. I haven't mentioned about eye contact, but because that is not part of the pitch which I'm trying to raise here. I'm not even mentioning about hand gestures, which again are very important, but I did mention all these things. So I'm giving you importance about your eye contact and hand gestures too. That is how you deliver your speech, where you don't want to mention things clearly, but you pinpoint certain aspects too. So over a period of time, with your practice and hard work, with your patience, consistency already falls into place, because success will not happen if you are not consistent with your actions. So my dear fellow Toastmasters, I'd like to say one thing. We all here to learn by doing. But how are we supposed to take this forward? We're supposed to take this forward only when we keep on attending our meetings regularly, when we keep on intermingling with different clubs to understand how we proceed further. As education chair, my ideas have always been to get people along together, so that this is how we uplift our education standards, and that is what we are trying to do. We'll keep on improving our quality rather than quantity. We'll keep on delivering our messages, which should be a good take-home message. We'll keep on working hard to make a change in someone's life. Thank you for having me here. Back to the president.